Hello, everyone. Hello. Happy Monday to you guys. We have reached, well, we're not quite at the middle of the month, I guess, but today is Monday, July 11th, 2022, and I am Angela with Happy Little Stitch Shop, and we are here today for our Flosstube live with Happy Little Stitch Shop. So how is everyone today? Did you guys have a good weekend? How was your weekend? How's everybody doing? How is everybody feeling about their stitching list that they have going for the summer? Let's see who's here. Hello, Nancy. It's a beautiful day in South Central Pennsylvania. Hope you are all doing well. You too. Hello, Jen. Hoping to be done in time to take the pups to the dog park before it storms. Are you getting storms where you are? Hello, Sandy. I'm doing great. Hope all is with you too. Hello, Ruth P. Hello, Mary Jo. Sandy says, don't forget to give Angela a thumbs up. Thank you, Sandy. Hello, Sherry. Gorgeous day in Boise. Hope everyone is having a great summer. Hello, Felicia. Hello, Lori. Hello, Patty. Hard Monday. Had to come back to work from vacation. Oh, that's always a rough day. That first day back is always a rough day. So I hope it goes as smoothly as it can go for you, and that it's not too bad, that it turns out to be a pretty good day. Sarah, hello, Sarah D. It's kind of okay here in New England. One of the few days of nice temp and no humidity. Ooh, that's nice. That's nice. Hello, Jody. Darlene, hello. Happy Monday to you too. I'm doing good today, says Ruth P. Oh, good. Hello, Tracy from Illinois. Hello, Sharon. Hello, Helena from Maryland. Hello, Rhonda from Oklahoma. Patsy and Stitches, hello. Hello, Stephanie. Hello, Debbie. We have been above 100 for 8 days now and no relief in sight in Western Oklahoma. Oh, my goodness. You need a cool front to come through, my friend. Hello, Sharon. Hello, Carrie. Hello, Marcia. Sarah D says the humidity will be back, just a rare couple days without it. Soon the air will just stick to us. Ugh. Beautiful day in Illinois, says Tracy. Susan, hello. Hello from Alabama. Hello, Kim. Hello, Chris. Home from Alaska vacation family reunion. Great to be back. So happy to have you back. Hello, Alice. Hello, Judy from Northeast Wisconsin. Hope everyone's having a great day. Thought I turned that off. Hello, Debbie from Southern Illinois. Hello, Tammy S. Hello, Leanne, Robin, Kim. Jen, my house is crazy. I have people here. I'm moving my oldest into a condo. Son is in summer. It's crazy. Stephanie says, I'm so excited. My aunt, who is an avid quilter, upgraded her sewing machine. She's giving me her old one. I don't know much about it, but it's a FAF. I think that's how you pronounce that. And she says it's about 5 years old. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Hello, Margaret. Hello, Sue from Connecticut. Hello, Kim. Tucson over 100. Hello, Judy from Wisconsin. Yeah, that was an order, Jen. Yes. I was trying to turn that off. I can't it doesn't have a no sound. Like that's just the sound that came with the app, with the system that I use. And so I don't know how to quiet it other than just turning silencing my phone. Oh, Nancy says, just started cutting Nantucket summer for Swoon 16. Please share pictures. I want to see that because it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful. If I could fit that in, which I know that I can't, If I could fit that into my schedule, I would totally make a Swoon 16 in Nantucket summer in a heartbeat, no hesitation. Hello, Barbara John. Hello, Barbara Johns. So how is everyone? It sounds like weather is all over the place. It's another busy week at Happy Little Stitch Shop. Our happy little household has people like coming and going, and there's just a lot of crazy stuff going on. But it's good. It's going to be a good week. That's what I'm saying. It's going to be a good week. We had a good weekend. There were some funny things that happened this weekend, and right now they are completely escaping me. I cannot remember what happened. I wish like I had in my brain, like, don't you wish you could just record things and just keep them in your brain so that they're easily able to be recalled? Because I know there's some things that cracked me up over the weekend that my little one said, and for the life of me, I can't remember them right now. And then I think, oh, I really want to remember those things so that I can, pass those stories on. So we, let's see, the fun thing that we did this weekend was we went on a ghost tour. So we did that. My husband didn't go and my little one didn't go, but my 5 older kids and I went with some other family members. And so that was really interesting and fun. It was kind of like, it's almost like a history tour with hauntings, like centered around hauntings. So that was kind of fun to walk around for an hour and a half and have fun with that. My middle son, who is like very jumpy and very always watching stuff that we watch from behind a blanket, he's stuck really close to his brother. He was like not more than less than an inch away from him the entire time. It was very, very funny to watch that. Like that was entertaining enough for me the entire time we went through that. So it was fun. That was fun. And then, like the kids had lawns to mow. So we had to mow the neighbors' lawns and get all that stuff done. And I got some sewing in, but not enough. I needed to get some more stuff done, and I hadn't got that done yet. And I got a lot of work done and stuff like that. So that's that. Nancy says, I'm afraid to dive into the deep end of the pool and start my crochet granny squares. Oh, don't be scared. Just jump in. Oh my gosh, you're going to love it so much. And I have not posted yet. I forgot to grab my granny square stuff. Hold on. I'm just going to run and get it. I forgot. And I did want to share it. Okay. So speaking of granny squares, you guys probably saw that Lori did a video. And I always try to follow up on Lori's challenges, and I haven't posted about them yet, so I need to try to do that. But in her previous video, she challenged us to get inspiration from colors around us to make some squares. So I was at my parents' house, and I did some squares from my childhood home. Just after a little pillow. My mom picked the colors for that one. There's another one. But then in this last video, Lori had a really great idea, and I'd never thought to do this. I have them a little tin. Whoa. And I've gotten a few starters done, so that if you're going to be traveling or something like that, you don't have to worry about doing these little starters, because this is kind of the clumsiest part of doing the granny square. So I just started a bunch of starters and put it in here. So the next time I can just take this with. So you guys should watch her last video, because it was really helpful and a good idea. So I got a bunch of starters started. But I'm going to try to do a post about that at some point. So that is my granny square. So don't be nervous, Nancy. I hope you just jump in. Have you crocheted before, or is this your very first time ever doing it? Jen says, ooh, we went on a haunted cave tour a couple weeks ago. It was creepy and interesting. It was interesting. I probably enjoyed the history part of it more than anything else, but it was good. Like, it was fun to get out and do something different, like for just a summer evening. We just don't take advantage of that enough. And so it was nice to get out. And I was just talking to somebody about this the other day, how there are so many things locally in your area that for me, I don't ever venture out to do. It's almost like you take them for granted. Like, other people could drive for hours to come and experience or do touristy things in some of the areas that are right by you. And we don't ever get out and do that stuff. So I just try to make an effort to do that more. Barbara John says, I got a happy little box in the mail. So many pieces of fabric in the Be Happy Quilt kit. And your Flosstube colors are amazing. Yay, thank you. Yeah, that quilt kit is no joke. And thank you so much for the Flosstube colors. Those were fun to pick out. They were fun. Nancy says, a long time ago when my nephew was born in 1978. So you've got some experience then. I bet you just need to get into it again, and then it'll be like you never stopped doing it. So don't be nervous. Of course, Lori's YouTube video is super helpful. I watched and rewatched that a cajillion times, and now she's got some extra little tools to help out with her crochet diagram and the crochet color chart, which I think that'll be really helpful too. She talks about all that stuff in her last video, so all the links for that will be there. Debbie says, I did that also, made 10 starter granny squares a couple days ago. Yeah, I thought it was a fabulous idea. That way, if, you know, we hope to have some summer traveling happening this summer in the last month and 3 weeks that we have left. So we're going to try to squeeze some fun stuff in, but this is perfect. Then you can just, it's much easier to add those outer rows. And so it makes total sense. And plus it helps with making sure you're using all the colors and all that kind of stuff. So it's like, why didn't I think of that moment? So I'm glad that I have some of those started, so then I can just add to them. Well, I'm going to go now and take these dogs. Getting nervous. We'll miss out. Sorry to miss this, but we'll watch later. Have fun. See you later, Jen. Judy, I'm in the waterfall capital of the state, and I love going to see all of them. Ooh. Waterfall capital of the state. What's the waterfall capital of Wisconsin? I would love to know. I love waterfalls. I would go see those. Okay, so today I pulled some stuff from the shop to share with you. Also, I want everybody to remember that this week is our only live stream. We do not have a live stream on Thursday because I have family obligations that I'm going to be involved in. So we are not going to have a live stream on Thursday. This will be our only live stream this week. So if you come to the Happy Little Stitch Shop YouTube channel and you're like, why hasn't Angela started her live stream? Or I don't see the live stream there. It's because there's no live stream on Thursday. So don't forget that. Stephanie says, now I have, don't go chasing waterfalls. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Legacy Knits Podcast. Good afternoon. Hello. Oh, that's Sue. Hello, Sue. Marionette County, if you come up, let me know. I will. I love waterfalls. Oh my gosh. I went to Duluth one time, and they have a state park there that has like all of these waterfalls in it. I think I was in college and I drove up there just to see the waterfalls. Hello, Cindy. Hi, Angela. Everyone, don't forget to give Angela those thumbs up for her great videos every week. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay, so I pulled some good cross-stitching charts to add to your list. These are all fabulous. Actually, my daughter pulled them, and she did a really good job of pulling a very nice variety. Well, yeah, a pretty okay variety. I was like, try to pull a mixture of designers. And I think she did. She did pretty good. And then I have a new thing in the shop, which I think you guys are going to love. Just a little trinket, a new little thing. And then some cross-stitch notions and some cross-stitch cloth that we have now listed in the shop. Oh, Angela emailed you about an hour ago regarding my reservation for Prairie Meadow. I have not seen it yet, Nancy. I have not seen it yet. It's not in my inbox yet. Here it is. Yes. So yes. So the question is, for the Stitchin' with Lori Club, for the quilting discount for the month, as long as you are number one, part of year 2 of the Stitchin' with Lori Club, which you are, and number 2, as long as you have that reserved with Happy Little Stitch Shop, which you do, I think that's what you're telling me in this email, then yes, that will be applied. And we'll go over that more in the Stitchin' with Lori Club meeting, which will be not next week, but the week after. Although I think, well, it'll be right around that time that we're going to be invoicing and getting kits out the door. So that's really exciting. Actually, yeah, it'll be next week. So that's really exciting. But yes, you will be covered. Okay, so let's talk about these fabulous charts that my daughter pulled for me to share. I am going to be sitting down at some point and adding in, like, planning out our fall and winter stitch alongs and adding a bunch more into the shop for people to sign up for and join. So that's going to be coming. I won't get it done this week. I have my list of stitch alongs. I've already reached out to some people, some designers, to see about getting some patterns that I've had a hard time finding. I want to be sure that everything's available. I don't want to start a stitch along and then find out that I can't get everything that I need. So I've been communicating with designers to make sure that everything is available so that we can start some of those. So some of those stitch alongs will be added to the shop, hopefully by the end of the month is my goal. That's my goal. Kim, okay, what did I miss? My neighbor has COVID, so I'm making dinner for her family tonight, and I am not multitasking well. You didn't miss much. I'm just answering some questions, and I haven't shared anything yet, just kind of chatting. Elizabeth, I've been in Halloween stitching mode. All the Christmas in July is stressing me out. Then switch to Halloween, switch to fall stitching. So she just pulled some Christmas stuff, but mainly this is just general stitching stuff that she pulled. And she just went through, she had fun going through the filing cabinet and just picking out things that she liked. So here's what she pulled for a little highlight for this week for charts that we have in the shop. The first one, you will recognize this. I know it well. It is A Savior's Praise by Shakespeare's Peddler. And this is the chart. And oh my goodness, it's gorgeous. I've not gotten as much stitching in on this lately as I had hoped, and I am missing it. I really think that my next goal, so I want to get through this basket because I'm on this basket right now. I think these words will go pretty quickly, but of course I love stitching houses. So I'm really excited to do this house, but these little trees look really fun to stitch. And so the entire top half of this chart, I have been itching to get to these trees because I think they look like they will be really fun to stitch. With those little birds on top, they're so cute. So I'm excited to get back to that. So this is in the shop, Savior's Praise by Shakespeare's Peddler. And this is another sampler. Apparently she likes samplers. This is Anne Gott, 1848. And this is by Needlework Press. So that's that. Cute, cute. Actually, it was my middle daughter who pulled these. So R pulled these, and she had fun looking through it. This was it. No, I'll let you know the one that she was like, "Oh, I really like this one." It's like the last one that I'm going to show. She really liked it. So both of them have cross stitched before. R, who tends to be kind of on the go, like she has to be busy, she has to kind of be active almost, otherwise she just gets very antsy. I'm not sure she had a lot of patience for cross stitching, so she would start and she would get frustrated because it wasn't going right, or she would miss a stitch and then she'd get really frustrated about that. And I was like, it's okay, this is how you learn, like, don't worry about it. But she was really, really frustrated. And Dee has done it in the past, and she really liked it. And she has they're like complete opposite personalities, but they go well together. You know, like they're a good balance for each other. But she enjoyed it a lot and had good luck with it. You know, like seemed to pick it up pretty quickly without any problem. And actually Dee really wanted to do, so R has been stitching a little bit here and there, Lori Holt stitch cards. So the small little pillows that I do back here, which she really likes. She thinks they're super cute. She really likes them. Dee picked out, she wanted to do Hawks Run Hollow. I can't remember if it was autumn or Halloween, but I think it was Halloween. And so she started stitching that. But she's so busy, she does not have time to go back and do it. So she hasn't gotten much done on it. She started it, but she hasn't gotten much done on it. Barbara says, I'm starting Widow Black's B&B by Praiseworthy Stitches, a huge Halloween stitch on August 1st. Oh, nice. Judy, words do not go quickly. Years ago, I did Footprints in the Sand, and I would never write with thread ever again. Footprints in the Sand is one of my favorite poems. Oh my gosh, it reminds me of my grandma Dee, because she had a framed picture of it in her hallway. Every time I walked down that hallway, I would stop and I would read that. And I love that message. Colleen, hello. Patsy and Stitches. I'm working on Autumn at Hawk Run Hollow. I so badly, if I can ever get my stitching schedule under control, which I'm working on it, and I am making progress, but it takes time. I would really, really love to do Hawks Run Hollow stitch along. I would love to. I think those are so pretty. Autumn is my favorite, Patsy, and so I really want to stitch Autumn at Hawk Run Hollow. I know Dee tends to be a busy gal, but if you started showing her progress on Flosstube, would it motivate her? She, I don't know. I doubt it. Right now, so she wanted to move up a class in math. And so she's taking through a college. She's taking it through a college. She's doing a math course this summer to move. So she's fitting a year's worth of math into a summer. So we just had a discussion about this the other day about you have to like have you time, because she has been doing math like all day, almost every day. She comes to help out at the shop, but then she's doing math all the time. So we have had lots of talks this summer about trying to find a balance, in that you have to have time for yourself to refuel and get rejuvenated. Otherwise, you're just going to run yourself into the ground. So I think if I tried to tempt her to make progress on cross stitch right now, she might laser me with her eyeballs. So that's what I think might happen. Started Kringles today. That's another one that I so badly would like to do, and felt my eyes crossed. Going to make a copy of tomorrow. Oh, what I did to see if that helps. Oh, that's a good idea. Sue says, I have to pull out my Halloween at Hawk Run. Oh, it's so pretty. Sue, are you waiting for information from me, or are we good to go for the cloth for Prairie Life? I think of this nearly every night when I'm trying to fall asleep, and I think, oh my gosh, I need to look at my email thread and see if Sue is waiting for information from me, or if you're good to go. And then the daytime comes and I don't ever remember. Oh, okay. And didn't you recommend Dunes at Dusk? Okay, I just need to look at the colors. And I didn't pull any for today. I wish I would have. I'm feeling like Covered Bridge, Covered Bridge, maybe. I don't know. Okay, we'll talk about that. I will get back to you about that. Oh, I'm so excited about that. I don't want to short you on time, so I need to get back to you. Let's see. What did I miss? Barbara says, I found a beautifully stitched footprints at a thrift shop and could not leave it there. I have in my sewing room. Oh, I love that. See you, Patsy. Ooh, did you guys decide on cloth for Prairie? So we're apparently in the midst of the discussion, and I need to get back to her. And fabric here, ready to go. Oh, good. Okay. So I'm thinking like, similar to the sample, with like a nice subtle modeling and kind of a not too like a nice tan kind of neutral color, not too yellow, not too orange, nice tan. So, and I think that like Covered Bridge is pretty close to that, or Dunes at Dusk is maybe a little bit on the darker side. I think Covered Bridge tends to be a little bit lighter. Is that accurate? So that's what I'm thinking about. Okay, so I need to get back to you about that. We also have our pulled Flurry by Teresa Kogut. This is a book of 9 designs. So it's got that cute little snowman in there. This would be a perfect book to kind of work your way through for winter. So it has these cute charts in here. Be Merry was stitched by Colleen of Stitching with the Sisterlies. So cute. And then it has these cute snowmen in here. All of these patterns are in here. And then these 2. Well, what's that? Must be. Oh, cute. There's another little Be Merry pillow. A lot of red and white and Be Merry. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. This bottom one, how cute is that? Friendship makes the world go round. So 9 cute little projects in this book called Flurry by Teresa Kogut. Yeah, I agree. I think Covered Bridge is gorgeous. That's why I'm leaning towards it. And I cannot wait to stitch on your cloth. So I'm trying to hustle through Brick House. My goal is still to have that done by September. And then I'm going to jump into Prairie. So I'm very, very excited about it. I think that's going to be a really fun stitch. I can't wait to stitch on Legacy Fiber Arts cloth. And I'm thinking Covered Bridge is going to be the way to go. Hello, Tracy. How are you? All right, here's another Teresa Kogut that are pulled for everybody. This one's For the Love of Nature. This one is also beautiful, matches her fabric collection called For the Love of Nature, and the boxed kit For the Love of Nature. We have all of that stuff, I think, still in the shop. So that one is super pretty. You shouldn't have any problem seeing it because it's zoomed in. It's nice and big, the pattern is, for people to be able to read. And then she picked Blackbird Designs, Home for the Holidays. This one is, how many? How many does it have? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like 12? I think 12 projects in this booklet. So let me show you. Whoa. Let me show you. There's that one. All Home for the Holidays. There is, this one, which is Christmas Garden. That one's pretty. There is this one called Blessings Be Thine. These are by Blackbird Designs. A stocking called Poinsettia. My Heart is Home. Gift basket. These all go together. The alphabet starts on the first one and it continues through all of them. Holly and Ivy. And decorating the tree. And then it gives finishing instructions for how to finish the stockings. Here's another little chart that's called the Meadow. And it gives finishing instructions for that. This one is called 'Tis the Season. Oh, that's pretty. It's a really pretty cloth too. And that's it. That's it, my friends. So that's all in the little booklet called Home for the Holidays. So this is the day, starts in September. So that will ship at the end of August, Kim. So invoices will go out for that at the end of August, and then that'll ship for September. Softer, Stephanie. The Legacy Fiber Arts fabric is soft. What are you doing? Are you starting the Flosstube channel? Sounds ready. Wahoo, Stephanie. All right, and then she picked Hive Rules by Primrose Cottage Stitches. This one is very cute and new. That one's a newer one. She picked My Christmas List by Silver Creek Samplers. I'm in the midst of this one right now. Hope to have it done by Christmas. We'll see. See how far I get. Spoon 16 recommendation: do not pre-wash fat quarters, or they will be too small to get pieces out of. Well, that's good to know. I don't pre-wash anyway, but that's good to know for people who do. Hi, Sam. I didn't see Sam. Is Sam here? Oh, Sam, hi. There you are. Hello. How are you? All right. Are also picked out Mrs. Campbell, 1805. And that's what that stitch looks like. She went with a lot of samplers. And then, oh, this one is by Hands Across the Sea. Hands Across the Sea samplers. And then she picked Quilty Barn by Lori Holt. She does really like samplers. And this was her favorite, Snowballs for Sale by Lori Holt, which I would like to. She goes, oh, this one is so cute. I said, I know. That's on my list too. My list is growing. My time is shrinking. Okay, and then I pulled, we'll do cloth next. I pulled some cloth. Dee has been working on inventorying our cloth, getting it in the system, getting it up to date. We are still not completely finished, but she got a huge chunk of it done and hung up very nicely and organized on the wall. Oh my gosh, it looks so satisfying. Like, it's so nice to have that up on the wall and organized. So I pulled some that we have, you know, a good amount of to be able to share with you guys. All right. And it's a mixture of, well, kind of a mixture. Oh yeah, I think I've got almost a representation of everything here. Okay, so we'll start with some 14 count Aida. Part of the reason that I pulled this one is because someone had asked me at one point, cloth recommendation for our exclusive cross stitch pattern called Welcome to Our Patch that Annie Bees did for us. And I couldn't describe or remember the cloth, but this is one of the recommendations that I would have for that chart. I also recommended this to someone to use for Christmas delivery, and it looks fabulous. She posted in our Happy Little Stitchers Facebook group the other day her progress, and oh my gosh, it looks so good on this cloth. I was so excited. So this cloth is by Fabric Flair, and it's called Smoky Blue, and it's just a really pretty kind of dusty blue color. Some nice modeling. It's very good. So I think this would work. If I were stitching it, I would consider using this for Welcome to the Patch. Let me share with you guys so you know what I'm talking about. You're all like, what is Welcome to the Patch? What is Christmas delivery? So here, Welcome to Our Patch, I think is what it's called. Yes. Ooh, and we're running low on them. So this is how it looks. Oh, it's going to do that to me. I can't flip it sideways to have you look at it, but that's what it looks like. And it's kind of on a very light blue. And I think this could be really fun for that pumpkin picture. You know, kind of a bluish, grayish fall sky for that. So that's for Welcome to Our Patch. And then Christmas Delivery is another really fun, beautiful chart by Cottage Garden Samplings. And this is how it looks. Look at all those fun, bright colors and those snowflakes in the back. And this looks fabulous with it. It's fabulous. So this is in 14 count that I have here. I can't remember if we have it in 16 count too, but I know we have it in 14 count. It's called Smoky Blue by Fabric Flair. She did. That's right, Lisa. Hello, Lisa. I'm late, but I made it. What did I miss? Has the chunky thread come in yet? It has not yet. And I have not gotten shipping notification yet for it. But I've got all my fingers and toes crossed that July is going to hold true. So stay tuned. Hello, Nancy. Carrie, it was you. I think it was you who asked about it. You read my mind. I've been looking for a cloth for our patch. I just finished Christmas on that very cloth. Was it you that I recommended it to? I think did you just post in our Happy Little Stitchers Facebook group? I saw that post. It looks fabulous. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. So there could be other options too for Welcome to Our Patch if you don't want to use the same cloth that you used for Christmas delivery. But I kind of like that one. I think it'll look great. Any update on Christmas Stitched panel by Fig Tree? No word on Christmas Stitched at all yet. Usually the Moda will let us know, you know, if something's behind or not. I've not heard anything about Christmas Stitched, but Debbie, I will reach out to my sales rep and just say, hey, do you have an update or an ETA on Christmas Stitched? I can follow up on that. We're using from One Nation. Carrie, I just posted Christmas, so we're very happy with it. Yay! Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. I thought it looked fabulous, but I'm so happy to hear that you are happy with it too. You did, Sarah. Oh, did we? I feel like maybe we shipped that to you this morning. I don't know though if we did or not. And then here's another fabric flare one that always seems like a nice, I tend to recommend this one a lot for like Halloween stitches. This one's called Hazy Gray. And it's, you know, not too dark, a little bit of modeling in it. It's very nice. So that is Fabric Flare, Hazy Gray. We have this one in 14 count, 16 count. I think that's it. I think we have it in 14 and 16 count. And then here's another 14 count. This one just got restocked because Wichell was really far behind and it was out of stock for forever. It was so popular when it was in stock. And it sold out like multiple times. And then they got behind and I couldn't get it back in stock. Well, it's back. It's called Sandcastle. And this is 14 count. And I'm taking it out of the package so that you can see because there's some modeling in this. And it's called 14 count Sandcastle by Wichell. So that is in the shop. Has been restocked. I hate taking them out of the package because I cannot get them back in. I especially can't get them back in the right way. And I'm not a fan of these envelopes. Oh, look at that. I did it. Okay, so that's Sandcastle by Wichell. And now I have a 16 count to share with you. This one I have a lot of, and this one is super, super pretty. I stitched my Farm House Christmas by Little House Needleworks on this color. It's very pretty. Leanne, I'm doing One Nation. Oh, on. Okay, so this is Clay Barn Gray. And for a while, so when I stitched Farmhouse Christmas on this, they had discontinued it. Clay Barn Gray was gone. So many people were saying, I really want that cloth that you stitched Farmhouse Christmas on, but I couldn't get it. They discontinued it, but now it's back. Clay Barn Gray has been brought back, and it's a really fabulous color. So this is in 16 count, and it's in stock. We have it ready to ship. And then this is another one that was highly requested. This is a 25 count Lugana by Zweigart, and it's called Bone. Let me take it out of the package so you guys can see better. It's a very nice neutral color. It's kind of similar to Potato. I don't know if you guys remember, but we stitched on Potato for Flea Market Flowers, I feel like we did. And it's close to that. So that's Bone is the name of that. 25 count Lugana. Kim says, love Clay Barn. I wish it had, it does have a, well, it has a 32 count linen option. I have it in 32 count linen. I'm not sure if it has a higher linen option. I don't think it does, but it comes in 32 count. Nancy says, Angela, would you be able to get cracked white pine texture? Oh, you asked me about that. And American Stars Ada from Fabric Flare. Yes. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Why do I? Oh, I do. Look at this. I have a notebook right here. Cracked white. What is it? Cracked white pine texture. Pine texture. And Fabric Flare. What count, Ada, do you want? Do you want 14 count or 16 count? And Americana Stars, Ada. This is for Nancy. Will 16 count amazing gray Ada come back? It should. They're just really behind. But yes, I'm anticipating that that should come back. Okay. 14 or 16 count. Either. Got it. Okay, so next I have for you some 32 counts. This one, I thought if someone's looking for a higher count for Welcome to the Patch, this one could be an option. This one is really pretty. It's called Star Sapphire. And this one's available in 32 count, and it's by Wichell. It's like it has a very light blue feel to it. It's very pretty. So this one could work for a higher count for Welcome to Our Patch. Graceful Gray by Wichell. It's another really pretty. This one's in 32 count linen. And then you guys know I'm using this for my my Christmas list. I picked, instead of going with the tan for the sample, I picked Water Lily in 13 count, or 32 count, 13 count. Water Lily in 32 count, and I'm kind of loving it. It's kind of fun to switch up cloth colors every once in a while. I tend to veer more towards the neutrals, like the light grays or the tans, and I like that. Like that's my comfort zone. But every once in a while, it's fun to just switch it up a little bit. And so I did this for this, and I'm kind of loving it. This is a really fun color to stitch up. It's introduced to me by Lynn. Lynn requested this. This is one of her favorite colors. One of our happy little stitchers named Lynn. And I love it. I've had it in the shop ever since. Ever since she asked for it. Thank you, Susan. Mary Jo says, love Water Lily. Isn't it pretty? It's like a sagey green color, and I actually narrowed it down when I was getting ready to start my Christmas list. I narrowed it down to a certain number of fabrics, certain colors, and let my kids pick. And this is what they chose. I think it was a good choice because I probably would have veered more towards my normal colors. You are definitely reading my mind. I was just going to ask what cloth you use for a Christmas list. That color cloth is beautiful too. It is beautiful. So yeah, this was it. I used Water Lily. Or am using Water Lily. I should have pulled it to be able to show you what I have so you could see it stitched on there, but I'll try to do that for next week. I'll pull some of my stitches so you can see how little progress I have made. So Water Lily, I would have to look into that, Carrie. I feel like it only comes in 32 count, but I can look into that and let you know. I feel like it does not come in lower counts. Let me see if I can find that out right now. If I could see, oh my gosh, you guys, I need new glasses. Water Lily. Okay, it comes in 40 count. It does come in 14 count. Although the color, it might not be the same as the linen because the Ada is going to take the color a little bit differently. So it does come in 14 and 16 count, 32 count, which I have, 28 count linen, and 28 count like a Lugana. So it does come in 14 and 16 count. So there you go. There you go. So those are my cloths that I wanted to share with you guys today. And then I pulled some general cross-stitching notions to bring up and remind people of. This one, so if you remember during the Be Happy Live, I had debated on our mason jar block about using this. This came to mind on the mason jar block that you need to add the red embroidery that resembles lace. Well, this is what I was thinking of using instead. And I have it in the shop, but I didn't have it here at home and I didn't want to wait. So you could probably use any of those colors depending on the thickness. Otherwise, you could do 2 of the red. Do one at the top and do one at the bottom. And it's got that scalloped edge at the bottom. I think that would be perfect if you wanted to do the red. I ended up using rickrack. And of course, this is fabulous for pillows, cross-stitch finishing for pillows and stuff like that. So this is the Be Cute lace card by Lori Holt. But I think if you don't want to embroider on that mason jar block, you could for sure use this lace, the red lace. Do one at the top and do one at the bottom. It's going to be fabulous. Sam, I can sit and listen to you talk linen and notions all day. It's like watching the painter guy. Let's put a happy little tree here, making my work go better. Thank you. Oh my goodness, Sam. That lace would also be cute for the window in the trailer. Oh yeah. Yes, it would. That's so true. See? There are extra little things that have been added, I think, to Lori's arsenal of goodies since she did Be Happy that you could implement if you wanted to. Okay, and then somebody had asked me about Floss Bobbins. And so, yes, I do have these in the shop. These are the DMC generic basic Floss Bobbins. And I do have the Floss Biddies in the shop. I also had the Farm Fresh eggs, floss drops, but I think that they're out of stock. I could not see them on the wall. So if they are out of stock, I need to reorder them. If people want more, just let me know. And I don't have any more of Lori's floss flowers. So if people want those, I can reorder those and make sure that I have those in the shop too. Especially with how she's using them for crochet, all of her little crochet bits. Her yarn bits, I think that I need to get more of those floss flowers in the shop. Yes, Bob Ross is mesmerizing. Happy little trees everywhere. Everywhere. Okay. These I jumped in, I started using, and I'm so happy I did. They are library cards to have all the information for whatever project you're working on in one spot on a card listed so that when you go back to it, you can say, oh, I used water lily to make this one, instead of standing there looking at the cloth and thinking, I really like that color and I would like to use it again for this other project, but I can't remember what I used. You have this and you put it on the back of your project, unless it's like a pillow or something, but you put it on the back of your project and then you have it right there always to just pull from the project and be able to know what you need to get. Susan says, oh, good. Oh, good, Debbie. Thank you for letting me know that, because I will be sure to add some. I have so many. Oh my gosh. I have so many floss flowers here. I can't even pull them all out to show you. Angela Teresa Kogut mentioned you in her Flosstube again this week. She did. I need to go check it out. What did sweet Teresa say? Did she have horrible things to say about me? I'm sure she didn't. She's too nice for that. Susan says, how do you store and keep your fancy floss? Susan, I am not going to even tell that tale because my floss is a mess. The stuff that I put in that cabinet that I painted is very nice and organized and very pretty. But I am really bad about having nice and organized floss for my stitches. Like, I just don't do a good job with it. I have to get better with it because it kind of does bother me when I pull out my stitching. But most people like put together their project bag. They get all of their floss put on drops, nice and neat. And then oftentimes I've seen a lot of people put them on a ring, which now we have those floss rings. It's like a big, huge binder ring. You just put all of your floss for that project on a ring, and then you put it into your project bag. I need to do that. I need to spend more time organizing my floss on Floss Bobbins or floss drops for each individual project, and I'm horrible. I pull out my floss, and it's like a gnarled mess of floss. That's how my floss is. I have to be real with you. You guys know that I cannot tell a lie. My floss is horribly organized, so do not follow my example. Bob Ross is buried here in Orlando. Really? She did. She said you were sweet. Oh, thank you, Teresa. Down the Aqua Trail. Oh, she is. Oh, I wonder what she's listening to. I've gotten further into the Elm Creek quilt series. It was funny because I actually messaged Lori and I was like, Sarah stopped in her first quilt shop. She's going to learn to quilt. It's getting better already. Like as soon as she stopped in that quilt shop and all the quilting ladies in there were like jabbing each other and kind of, poking fun at each other and being super sweet and nice to her, this warmth spread over me. So I read chapter 1, if you guys remember, listen to chapter 1, if you remember. And I was like, that woman is grouchy. She is a grouch, and it does not make me very happy. So I was having a hard time moving on to chapter 2. But I finally, the last time that we talked about it, you guys were like, you have to keep reading. You're going to love it. Just keep going. If you keep reading, you will find out why she's so grouchy. So I listened to chapter 2, which quickly led to chapters like 3, 4, 5, and 6. But in chapter 2, Sarah stumbles across a quilt shop and she's looking at this beautiful quilt in the window. And she goes inside and the women are super nice to her, super kind, very welcoming, very inviting. Plus they're kind of poking fun at each other and making little quilting jokes with each other. And I was like, I'm hooked now. She's going to learn to quilt and I want to be there for that process. So I'm hooked. It's going to happen. It's good. I'm excited about it. Elizabeth said that Bob Ross documentary is kind of sad. Oh no, I haven't seen it. Why is it sad? He's a happy little fella. Why is it sad? I don't know. Bob Ross's story was. I didn't know Bob Ross's story was sad either. Is that the Apprentice one? Yeah. The Quilter's Apprentice. I guess I should have known from the title. But it's the Elm Creek, not to be confused with Nightmare on Elm Street. It's the Elm Creek quilting series. Very highly recommended from a ton of people in this group. And Lori Holt read it years ago, loved it. And so it's good. I'm into it now. It's good. Okay, so we have the library cards. These are in the shop. We have a ton of them in the shop. They're super helpful for keeping your projects organized. And Susan, let me know. Does anybody have a good solution for Susan with her fancy floss? How do you guys store and keep your fancy floss? Now for the shop, for our fancy floss, we have, they're almost like little, so when I set up the shop at the new location, I needed to have a floss storage organization plan in place because that can easily get overrun and get out of control and make life horrible. And so I got these things, these storage containers. They're almost like what you would imagine someone storing a bunch of screws or different nuts and bolts in. They're clear plastic boxes that we have labeled on the outside. And the big thing that I wanted, because if anybody knows in a quilt shop, you're cutting fabric all the time, you're packaging stuff up, all those little bits of fabric fly all over the place. You guys know this from your own sewing room, and it gets super dusty, right? Like there's little pieces of flat fabric just flying all over the place and stuff can get really, really dusty. And I did not want floss getting dusty. So all of my individual bins have lids on them, so that the floss in there is safe, it's secured, it's covered. So each thing has its own bin and it has a label with the color on the outside. So that's how I do it for the shop, but my personal floss storage is a hot mess. He didn't own his own. Oh no, Sarah D. Oh, that makes me mad when that happens to people. And other people coming in and taking advantage of them. It's almost like that movie, The Founder. I was really sad after that, about the McDonald brothers And they come up with this whole thing and somebody else takes it. Oh, I don't like that. Not Freddy Krueger. No, that would be a completely different quilting story. I keep my fancy floss on rings by color, says Felicia and Brand, and hang them on hangers in my closet. Well, there is a good idea. On rings by color and by brand and hung on hangers in the closet. Floss away bags or baggies will work to store floss. There you go. That's another fabulous idea. I have heard of a lot of people doing that, and they find very good success doing it. It's just like a little Ziploc bag that you put your floss in, and it can all be labeled, and then you can organize it in a container or a drawer or whatever. The Jennifer Shiverini series, correct? She lives in Madison, Wisconsin. I think so. I don't know who the author is. Let me look. Yes. And yes, I just learned that she lived in Madison, Wisconsin. I did not know that before time. So very interesting. I love that. Jacqueline says, I have to the Pip and Chip floss storage system, and I love it. What is that? Pip and Chip. It's like chip and dip. I would like to hear more about that. Nancy, I have also seen people hang the fancy floss on a pegboard. Yep, I've done that before. Here, when we had our shop here and we had less floss to organize, I did command strips. You know, you can get those command strip hooks. So you don't necessarily need a pegboard and you don't need to nail something into the wall. You get those command strip hooks, and then I hung them up by color that way. So if you have a space that's open on a wall, you could always get those command strip hooks and hang your floss that way. Kim says, I put my fancy floss on rings and then hang them from a double-sided shower curtain holder. Looks kind of like a W. Oh, yeah, in my closet. Does that make sense? It does make sense. Yes. That's a good idea. My fancy floss is in a few spots. One is a 3-way snap-on plastic stacker container. Kara says, I have my fancy floss in these plastic drawers grouped by colors. I also bought a pink mini filing cabinet from the Container Store, which I love, but it's filled with DMC. Yay, Susan, I hope that helps. Bob's brother sold the rights to his name without Bob's son knowing because that makes me so angry. That gets me so fired up when people are mean like that. Monkey Mary, hello, just got home and noticed you're on. I'm a newbie at everything stitches, anything Lori Holt so long. I've been gathering everything needed to cross stitch. Oh, good. I hope you will join in some of our stitch alongs. Can't wait for my very first Lori Holt Prairie Meadow quilt kit. I can't wait either, Mary. I'm so excited. And the countdown is on. Like, you could be getting invoiced for it, and it could start shipping next week at the end of the week. We are ready. We are ready. Like, we are stretched out. We are limber. We are ready to start cutting prairie. Joan and I just sat down. We went through all of the requirements today so that everybody's on the same page. And she's like, all right, I'm ready to go. As soon as the stuff gets here, we're ready. Kim, I use floss away bags and put the bags on a big ring. The bag has a hole in it for this. Perfect. Getting a colorful cabinet next week from Hobby Lobby. Going to put dividers in each drawer and organize by color. That's a fabulous idea too. For the fancy floss, says Helena, I am not currently using. I made floss books from a tutorial by Linen and Scraps and have one for each brand of floss. Jacqueline says, Google Pip and Chip. You know, Jacqueline, that when I try to type that into the Google search, it's going to type out chip and dip. And I'm going to see a lot of really cute chip and dip containers, and I'm going to end up buying one of them. So your search, you're leading me on a search to search for Pip and Chip. And out of this search, I'm going to end up with a chip and dip bowl. That's what's going to happen. They are out of the UK and they ship to the US. They have designed a foam sheet system that fits the Bisley cabinet from the Container Store. Okay, so I've seen this cabinet and I've been tempted to get it. I'm totally late, but I'm here. Hello, Julie. Oh no, I have to wait till the 27th. Oh, are you going to be gone? Where are you going? That's okay. I mean, that's okay for me. Love you and what you do, Angela. You have inspired me to stitch again. I'm so happy to hear that, Mary. Oh, that makes me happy and tearful. I heard some shops were getting the Prairie Simple Shapes. It's finally happening. It's happening. Yep. We have about 25 boxes coming that we are ready for. We've cleared out space in the shop. Like, we're ready. I'm excited. Super excited. Chips and dip. No, use Social Security. Oh, okay. Got it. I thought maybe you were going on a nice vacation. Pip and Chip is on Etsy. Okay, so I got to look them up. Pip and Chip. I will look it up. Okay, so the last few things that I have to share with you. Number one, I didn't jump on the bandwagon with this right away, and you guys know the story. I gave it to my mom to try, and she was like, this is a really handy tool. And I was like, really? Because my mom has cross-stitched for years, and she is not like a gizmo and gadget person. She's like minimalist when it comes to her crafting. And so I wanted her to try it because I knew that I would get an honest opinion. And she was like, this is pretty handy. And so then I started using it, and now I can't live without it. So this is the Cross Stitch Key by It's Emma. And it's a very helpful and has become necessary notion to have for my cross stitching. Please tell me the book series you're talking about. Lori, it is called the Elm Creek Quilt series. And the first book in the series, it's a series that's like really long. There are like 20 some books in this series. So the first book is called Quilter's Apprentice. And I am reading it right now. It's by Jennifer Shiverini. I don't know how to pronounce her name, but I will show you. This is what it looks like. The Quilter's Apprentice. And it looks just like that. And that's what I'm working through now. So for any of you guys who are like, we're kind of forming a little happy little book club as we're doing our stitching and our quilting. I've also started the series and am going to be on book 3 of Midford series, which I really enjoy. I will definitely continue that series and throw in a book here and there. It's a nice, easy listen. I also read Dutch House, which I would recommend. The Dutch House, narrated. If you listen to the audiobook, it's narrated by Tom Hanks. It's very good. And then I also listened to, which was highly recommended from you people, I listened to Where the Crawdads Sing. And that was excellent. It was excellent. I'm not sure that I can express how excellent it was. So that was a really good book. And I would recommend that one too. Jacqueline says they have the thin insert system that uses regular DMC bobbins, or they have their own printed bobbins with the color and number printed on them, and they are much thicker than the DMC bobbins. Nice. I love the cross stitch key. Shiverini. Oh, okay. Shiverini. You're welcome, Lori. Put chip and pip on system and it should pull up. Not chip and dip. I know, but this stuff happens to me. Do we remember how I would type in Lori Holt's name and it always autocorrected to Lori Holy? And so now my children refer to Lori Holt as Lori Holy. Barbara says, I have a white cabinet from Hobby Lobby with 8 small drawers and 2 big ones. Also got my clear containers from Amazon for all my DMC. You guys are on the ball with your floss storage. I am impressed. I need someone to come and do my personal floss storage and get it under control. I love seeing everybody have their floss so neatly organized. They pull stuff out of their project bag and it's like, It's like the angels are singing. And for me, when I pull my stuff out of my project bag, it's like, and then all the stuff just falls out in balls of floss. I think, well, what color do I need today? So I need to improve I think it will make my stitching process happier. Okay, I have 5 more notions to share. This one is a Happy Little Stitch Shop needle magnet tin. So it's a magnetic needle tin. That's a better way of saying it. It's a magnetic needle tin. And it says Happy Little Stitch Shop on it. And so the idea when I got these, and I can't reorder these, so what we have left is what's available because Zappy Dots is no longer in business. But when I ordered these, my thought was, because I am using different size needles for my stitching, I wanted to have a tin, 3 tins, 24, 26, 28, 3 tins labeled with the needle size and be able to keep all my needles in its own individual tin to keep it organized. So that's why I got that. And then you can label it on the bottom so that you know what needles are in there. And the lid slides on and off. It's like those old lip gloss containers. You guys remember those? Bigelow, was that the brand name? And you could get it in like watermelon and strawberry, and you slid the lid off the top, and then you get the gloss on your finger, and then you'd put it on your lips and you'd slide the lid shut. Well, that's kind of what that lid is like. Okay, and then I have my ball tip needles, which I love and recommend in sizes 24, 26, 28. And at some point, I would also like to get some other needles in the shop to have variety for you guys, and I just haven't done that. So ball tip needles, I really, really like them. Stephanie says, which book was narrated by Tom Hanks? It's called The Dutch House. Dutch House. I also have that in my Audible. Finished, complete. But it's called The Dutch House. And it looks like this. I don't want to listen to it. I just want to show a picture. It looks like this. The Dutch House by Anne Patchett. Narrated by Tom Hanks. It's very good. I enjoyed it. I heard you, but was away from desk and couldn't write down fast enough. I forgot the name. Just as fast. I will post a picture of the Happy Little Stitch Shop. Oh, good. Thank you. Elizabeth, I have a shoebox with bags of floss organized by numbers on my fancy floss and a small drawer system by brand. I don't have a lot of fancy floss. Sharon says, that is what Teresa Kogut listened to. Where the Crawdads sing. She said to check you out and told your Flosstube days. Oh, she is so sweet. Thank you, Teresa. I'm sending you a big hug for your support of our happy little family shop. I so appreciate that. That's really nice of you. Thank you. The angels are singing. Made me laugh. Don't you see that though? Like the pictures you see, it's just like light is shining down and you can hear music and it's beautiful and lovely. It's like the hills are alive with the sound of music. And my project bags do not look anything like that. My project bags are not like that. I read A Single Thread at the beach this month, a quilt shop book. It was a really good read, says Nancy. A Single Thread. Okay, I'm going to need to add that to my list. Sharon says, I just finished listening to The Dutch House. It was good, wasn't it, Sharon? I really liked it too. I need to be sure to show you guys this because this is the new thing that's in the shop. Nancy says, Angela, I know some shops designers have gotten their business names printed on a 2.5 by 6.5 inch creative. Ooh, you don't say. I did not know that. I am interested in that, and I would like to check that out. Debbie says, if I keep going in the Floss League Clubs, I'm going to figure out a good system too. I do keep a list by name that helps. Oh, that's good. You would get a ruler too, Julie? That's a really good idea. I like that. I'll try to look into that. I've been looking for more, ideas for more little things like that to be able to offer to people. Okay, so this is lots of floss storage organization. So I hope that helps Susan, and maybe it will help me, and maybe I can get my act together with my floss. Okay, so this is another zipper pull that is brand new, that it just arrived at the shop because it's from so Snow Kissed by Sweetwater is starting to arrive right now. And so these little zipper pulls are by Sweetwater that go with their Snow Kissed fabric collection. But they are perfect as well for project bags and the cross stitchers and all of us. And it says peace. One of them says peace and the other one says jolly. They're so bright and happy and so cute. So that's that. Try not to get too much glare on there. Peace and Jolly, brand new in the shop, just arrived. I got it in the system quick, so they are in there for you. And I think that they are just bright and happy and adorable. These are really cute little zipper pulls that Moda is starting to come out with. I really like them. I think a single thread is a series book too. Excellent. Oh, I have several rulers with shop names on them. It's a very handy size. Nice. Also, happy little stitch out corner gauge and ruler box. Ruler box. I could use a ruler. I mean, is that for like ruler storage? You guys have to educate me because I have a bunch of rulers in this drawer right here. And I was in here, not yesterday, the day before yesterday, trying to get through some sewing, and I was needing different size rulers, and I was like, my rulers are also not organized. So corner gauge and ruler box. I would like to know what that ruler box is all about. Okay, so that's what I have to share with you guys today. A little bit of cross stitch notions. We have a lot of floss. We do have a lot of floss, but we have a lot of cross stitch cloth that Dee has gotten organized. We still have a lot more to go through, but we've gotten a bunch in the system and updated in the system. So there's a lot of cloth out there. And then some patterns that we highlighted to add to your stitching lists. You should have floss tags made with your logo on them. That would be another fun thing to collect. That would be so fun. No, it's a box made out of yardsticks with your business name. Oh, I think I've seen those. That's a really good idea. You guys need to keep sending me these fabulous ideas so that I can start to try to make it happen. Those are all really good ideas. Okay, guys, so I am done. That's all I have for today. I will not see you again this week because I'm going to be gone or have obligations that I need to attend to. Stickers would be cool with the shop logo. Oh, I do have those. So I'm going to miss you guys this week. So I hope you all have a fabulous rest of your week. And please remember to check out our blog. I have a lot of blog posts that I put out there. I put a couple out yesterday, and I have a lot that are coming almost daily this week because there's a lot of stuff coming into the shop. So there will be blog posts pretty much daily this week. So be sure you're checking out the blog this week because I won't see you again. So I've got lots of posts coming to be able to share information with you guys. So be sure to check out the blog. Be sure to keep an eye on the newsletter next week that you get because that will have our calendar for next week. So I will plan to see you next week on Monday for our Flosstube Live as usual. Also on Thursday for our quilting live as usual. And then Thursday, did I say Tuesday? I meant Thursday for our quilting live as usual. And then Thursday night, we have our very first Stitching with Lori Club meeting. So don't forget to join in for that because we have a lot of stuff to discuss to kick off the year. And then we might fit in a Be Happy Sewing Live next week. So we'll see about that. I have to kind of wrap my head around next week and see how that's going to look. But this is it for this week. I do not have another live for you this week. So, okay, let's see. I got to catch up first. See you later, Patty. We will be your R&D department. I love that. Sam, oh, I want the yardsticks with your name on them. I use yardsticks for my long arm. We'll miss you this week. Have a lovely week. You too, Sam. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Angela, hang out with family. See you next Monday. Thank you so much, Sandy. I appreciate it. Thank you for all the tips. I will watch the replay. You are welcome, Mary. Thanks, Angela. We'll miss you too. Love the live, Sis Darlene. Thank you. Have a fabulous week, Sis Sharon. If you missed the first meeting of, is it recorded? Yes. So as long as you have that private link, Valerie, that you got in your newsletter, you should always be able to click on that link and go back and watch it. Thank you, Angela. Says Carrie, we'll miss you on Thursday. Enjoy the week with your family. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to it. Have a fabulous week, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me and for your support of our happy little stitch shop. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you have not already. Have a wonderful, wonderful week, and I will see you guys next week. Happy stitching. Take care, you guys.